I'm Mike Schneider of the Mike and Carol Schneider team, and this is my collection that I've been working on for most of my life. I don't think anyone that's in this crazy hobby just all of a sudden as an adult decided that they wanted to collect automobilia, petrabilia, any of the stuff you see here. It has to be deep rooted from the time you were a kid. And as a kid, you weren't able to do it. You weren't able to buy the car, you weren't able to buy the neat sign or whatever. And as you got older, you said, by golly, I couldn't do this as a kid, but I can do it now. And of course, later on, as you could afford a few things, you do them. When you see something neat, you buy it, you get interested. You go to car shows, you go to swap meets. It's like the pickers say, best time to buy it is when you see it. Most of the pumps I've had for a number of years. For example, now there's a very nice Goodyear neon that's a real deal. I thought they're so neat, and that's what you do when you buy one. You see something that really catches your eye, and it's really neat, and that's why it's sitting where it is. May West pump, that speaks for itself, really. Oh, my very first antique was that Pabst motor car at the top one you see there. Very first antique automobilia I ever bought. These three pumps, for example, when I think back, are very neat because a fellow bought a house in West St. Paul, and in the yard was an old block garage. And it turned out the old block garage was an old automobile repair garage, to the point it had the pits in the floor and the curbs along the doors when you go in. And so it was probably from the teens or 20s. And these were in there. And we grabbed them and restored them. Okay, this DeSoto Plymouth sign, I've had this for a lot of years. And there again, I sent it out and had the neon all done. It's got the modern transformer in it. It amazes me when I look around and I see that I've accumulated this much. It's hard to believe for me that I've accumulated this much. But I'm sure anyone you talk to, it's probably a similar story. And I guess I'm to the point now where, you've probably heard people say they know when it's time to divest yourself of the stuff, let somebody else enjoy it, and I'm at that point. And a good example, when I think back when I bought that Dodge, and you'll see it in a few minutes, I bought that from Jody Magnuson, Buzz Magnuson's daughter. But anyway, when I bought the car from her, she handed me the keys, and as she handed me the keys, she started to cry. And I said, well, Jody, you really shouldn't sell me the car when you're that attached to it. I said, I'm not going to hold you to it. You keep the car, not a problem, we'll part friends. And she looked at me and she says, no, Mike, she says, it's time. And I guess I would probably, at the time, I didn't fully appreciate what she was saying, but right now I do. I know it's time. Well, this is my collection, and anyone in the hobby knows how it works. It just kind of found me, and it kind of followed me home, and it gave me a lot of pleasure, and I hope whoever gets it has nearly as much pleasure, maybe more, than what I had with it.